Coming up, a Christmas tree fire threatening to turn your holiday from merry to scary. We'll show you how to avoid disaster coming up. Also, new life-saving technology for rural coastal Bend communities, the newest addition for Halo Flight, just ahead. Here's what else is making news in your neighborhood.
Southside, Flower Bluff, downtown. Some of your neighborhoods just moved districts. I'm Michaela Chavez on the South Side, and I'll help you find out if yours did coming up.
Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Suzanne Stevens. The Nueces County Jail is switching to a digital mail system after discovering letters tainted with drugs. Nueces County Sheriff J.C. Hooper says jails nationwide are seeing a rise in mail smuggling with drugs like fentanyl. To fix the problem, the Nueces County Jail will send all personal mail to a center in Arkansas where it'll be examined before being delivered to inmates.
It's a mail clearinghouse, and what they do there, they scan the mail, and then the inmate gets to read the mail on the tablet. And so that is a way to get the poison paper out of the jail.
The website and address will be on your screen in a second, we hope. Sheriff Hooper says he hopes the new system will create a safer environment for everyone. In Taft tonight, the city manager is taking legal action against his own city council. Chris 6 News has learned city manager Ryan Smith filed a lawsuit against Mayor Elida Castillo and 3 other council members Monday. The suit alleges violations of the Texas Open Meetings Act, saying the council conducted city business without public notice. Neighborhood News reporter Adam Beam will have more details for you tonight at 10. 2 weeks, 14 sleeps. That's how close we are to Christmas. And while the holidays quickly approach, our temperatures are slowly rising back to sunny South Texas conditions. For more on your forecast, meteorologist Stephanie Lauber is here. Steph, how's it going?
You know, not too bad, Suzanne. We have had some pretty nice temperatures so far. The cool down at the beginning of the month was a nice change of pace, and we hit things right on the mark on the 9th. That was Tuesday, 71 degrees. That's our average high temperature for this time of the year. We were close to it today, but just a little bit over. So I think we've got one more or possibly 2 more red days in the forecast before we start seeing blue coming back to this side of the calendar. But yes, such is appropriate for this time of the year. We tend to get warm days, cold days, warm day, cold days. We see that extreme here as we head on into December, but we're also approaching the date of our average first freeze, which is right around Christmas. So we'll talk about what the likelihood of that looks like for us at this point. But I'm also hoping that we add a few more green days to this side of the calendar, because December has actually been okay. Considering this is the dry season, we don't expect a whole lot of rainfall. We've had 1 day of official rainfall, 2 days of official rainfall during the month of December, but I think we'll add at least 2 more. I'll tell you when and what neighborhoods could see the most rainfall coming up.
So this might surprise you, but the Supreme Court just approved new maps for Texas. So what does this mean, and how does it affect you? I'm Michaela Chavez on the South Side. For many of us right here in Corpus Christi, this could mean a new district and a new representative. First, some quick context. States redraw maps every 10 years as populations change. Take Corpus Christi South Side.
Back then, there was farmland on Cimarron, nothing on the other side of Oso Creek, basically.
In 2003, Texas redrew maps again mid-decade, and the Supreme Court said states can do that.
That set up the precedent for what is happening now.
This year, lawmakers drew a new map, and the Supreme Court just greenlit it for the 2026 midterms. So if we just redrew in 2021, why now? Dr. Paul Gaudemoller, political science professor at Del Mar, explains.
The hope that the state has is that you will end up with 5 more Republicans than what they had before, because you created what they hope are going to be 5 more Republican-safe districts.
Here's what that means locally. If Michael Cloud was your congressman, he probably isn't anymore. His district shifted north.
Into Corpus Christi, just there. That's all that's left of the 27th district. If you live in Corpus Christi, you can say you are now in pretty much Vicente Gonzalez's district.
So why move Nueces County? Dr. Gaudemoller says it's about strengthening a seat.
And then figured if you added in portions of Nueces County, well, most of Nueces County, that should create enough Republican votes to create a safe Republican district. So they're trying to remove him from that.
But he says it may not work. They used the 2024 turnout, which was much higher than a midterm, and midterms historically hurt the president's party. He compares it to getting to know someone.
When you're meeting somebody for the first time on a date, you have a lot of assumptions and you see them in a very different way than you do after about 1 year of dating them.
So I asked him, flat out.
As a Texan, why should I care?
He says it's not just about who represents you, it's about the process. When maps are drawn to reduce competition, we lose something we value in almost every part of life.
Why do we get excited about a new fast food chain? Because we have more choices in competition.
With fewer competitive races, he says your voice can carry less weight.
And therefore, the people who are running won't care as much about what your individual views are because they already know they're going to win. And that's not a good thing.
Voters don't need to do anything yet, but if you want to check if your neighborhood or your street is now in a different district, feel free to check out my story online at christv.com. From the South Side, I'm Michaela Chavez, Chris 6 News.
Michaela, thank you. It's new technology that could save lives for rural families in the Coastal Bend, and it's finally here. Halo Flight's 5th aircraft was officially added to the nonprofit's fleet today. It's outfitted for critical care flights and designed to reach towns that are out of reach to first responders. Halo Flight operates 24/7, 365 days a year, often transporting patients from small towns to specialty hospitals hours away.
In Alice specifically, this base has flown more than 500 patients this year alone. The folks that live in the area that we serve should feel confident that when they get picked up by a Halo helicopter.
The fleet's made up of 5 aircrafts designed to provide medical care to patients while transporting them to hospitals. Officials say the new aircraft helps patients get the care they need sooner. NAS Kingville is also upgrading tonight, boasting more room and better facilities for its fire station. The biggest change, brand new truck bays, replacing the old ones built in 1965. The extra space means the department can finally keep all of its trucks at the station instead of storing one at a separate facility because the bays were too small.
This is a game changer for us. It provides a safer work environment. It has exhaust systems to provide cleaner air, and it allows us to have a better response capability.
The funding for the project came from the city of Kingsville, the state of Texas, and the United States Navy. All 3 pooled money for the project, which was then approved by Congress. Still to come tonight, you want your Christmas to be merry and bright, but not too bright. We'll tell you how to avoid a Christmas tree fire, along with more holiday news after the break. Christmas trees bring the magic during the holidays, but that magic can turn dangerous fast. The fire department held a Christmas tree lighting safety demonstration today to graphically show how quickly these trees can burn. Here are some steps you can take to avoid disaster.
Number one, whenever you have your Christmas tree, it's very important as soon as you get that Christmas tree to make sure you get it in some water. And you need to check those water levels and water that Christmas tree every day. You also want to inspect your Christmas tree. If your needles are falling excessively, that tree is probably already too dry. You probably either need to replace it or get rid of it.
You should also inspect your lights before you decorate. Look for any exposed wires that could spark a fire. As this demonstration shows, a tree can burn in seconds. Another Christmas fact you should need to know is shipping deadlines. The Postal Service says next Wednesday is the deadline if you want them delivered before the holiday. If you want to spend a bit extra, Priority Mail will buy you an extra day until Thursday, and Priority Mail Express gives you until next Saturday. Keep in mind, there's just estimates. It's always better to send early. And if you're planning on delivering those gifts yourself, you're not alone. According to AAA, a record of over 122 million Americans will travel over the holidays. That's over a 2% increase from 2024, which set a record at close to 120 million. AAA says the majority of those traveling will go by car, over 109 million to be exact, also a 2% increase over last year. And a little over 8 million people will fly this holiday season. That's also a 2% increase over last year. And with millions on the move, criminals are too. Scammers are taking advantage by hacking into accounts and stealing thousands of loyalty miles. Mallory Sophiste shows you how to protect yourself.
I'm Mallory Safaste at BWI Airport. Travelers calling customer service are instead being connected to scammers. They charge for fake upgrades, changing travel plans, and when one woman called them out, they canceled her flight.
A simple search for help is costing travelers looking to make flight changes. A Maryland woman said this happened with her Lufthansa flight in November, 3 days before departure. She called during the government shutdown to check her flight status, provided her name and record locator, and the person on the line confirmed her itinerary. She was then charged for an upgrade, but when she didn't receive a confirmation email, she called them back, realized it was a scam, and accused them of taking her money. Using her reservation details, the scammer then canceled her flight.
All you really need is a record locator. It's a 6-digit alphanumeric code and the passenger's last name, and you can find a ton of information.
Clint Henderson with The Points Guy said scammers are constantly deploying fake websites, then paying to list their phone numbers higher in search results.
Every time the airlines get one of these fake sites shut down, a new account pops up on X, or a new account pops up online. It's very hard to regulate.
Travelers are also learning their loyalty points and miles are at risk.
The one in Greece was like 207,000, and one in Belgium was like 280,000, and Brussels was like 25,000.
In one day, Denise Frazier's Southwest Rapid Rewards points were spent by someone else. 500,000 gone in a matter of minutes.
More than I've ever used.
Southwest replaced them as a one-time goodwill gesture, but Denise was surprised to learn that isn't required.
Because they have a clause in their contract that says they are not responsible for lost or stolen points.
I'm a travel expert, and I got my airline miles hacked. Earlier this year, my American Airlines, I noticed suddenly 500,000 of my miles were gone because someone had guessed my password that I hadn't changed since 1997. So don't be like me. Make sure you're changing your password regularly. And I think the airlines are starting to go, and you're seeing this a lot more with hotels now too, to two-factor authentication.
If you need to reach an airline, go to its official website or mobile app. Use the phone numbers listed there or the chat function. Frequent flyer members may have shorter wait times, especially if you have status. You can also reach out to the airline on X by tagging their verified account. And also, if you try their international support number, sometimes that might mean a shorter wait. With your 12 Scams of Christmas, I'm Mallory Safaste.
And it's a beautiful view from our camera overlooking SPID. Even better when traffic is moving smoothly. Hey, we're going to talk about some changes coming up in the forecast. You want to listen, especially if you have any weekend plans. And if you're wondering where that Christmas cool weather is, we'll talk about it coming back. All right, we're looking good outside. This is why we live in South Texas, right? Golden hour looking beautiful, especially, I think, that top right, well, even the bottom right. Coastal views right now at golden hour look great, especially when you know that it is indeed a warm evening out here across the coastal bend. You know, we've had a nice stretch of weather here, and as we head on into your Friday, the final day of the week, we are also going to be enjoying some very nice weather. How do the 80s sound? We're bringing them back for tomorrow afternoon. We didn't quite get there here in Corpus Christi today, but even still, a lovely day. We made it to the lower 70s. Some of our inland neighbors, friends out in parts of Duval, Jim Hogg, Brooks counties, made it pretty close to 80 degrees in the upper 70s. Falfurrias just given us that update, 77 the temperature right now. So overall not bad. If you're closer to the coast, you have been a little bit cooler because, well, the water's kept you a little cooler out that way. But overall, I think today gets a thumbs up. Tomorrow likely will too, but tomorrow's going to start out pretty foggy, and it begins tonight. As we start approaching the midnight hour, we're going to be talking about patchy dense fog, and then once we get past midnight, it's going to be pretty dense, it seems, especially for the inland neighborhoods. So if you have plans to be out late tonight and you're going to have to be traveling around 281, 77, maybe even Highway 59 and 37 for the inland parts of the coastal bend, it is going to be pretty tricky out there for the Friday morning commute, last morning commute of the work week, right? We're also going to be dealing with that, but it becomes more of a coastal issue towards sunrise. So please be careful out there. Again, this fog will probably give you a run for your money in the morning commute, likely going to stick around for the coastal neighborhoods through at least the mid-morning hours before things clear up eventually. But if you are wondering how the weather is going to pan out for the big event tomorrow, the La Posada Lighted Boat Parade, there we go, I said it right, out on the coast. It looks to be a lot of fun. I'll see see you out there if you plan to head out to the coast, but I don't think we'll be shivering the way we were for this event last year. It was very cold. Nice weather with temps around 70 degrees by the time things start, with gentle east-southeast wind to help kind of keep things warmer and humid, but once the sun goes down, then you may want a sweater. We'll be dropping into those lower 60s by the time that things wrap up. But overall, the big weather picture for us, again, pretty uneventful for today. High pressure has kept the weather spectacular, but there is change coming, and we can start to see the hint of that if we look north of us, north of Texas into the Central Plains. There's some snow that's been falling anywhere from the Dakotas down to the Mississippi River Valley, as far south as Kentucky and parts of Tennessee, getting in on that snow. But for us, we've been enjoying beautiful weather. In fact, this is probably arguably the best place to enjoy some warm weather. Florida, yeah, they even get some chilly temperatures in North Florida. So I think as a whole, the Lone Star State wins this winter race. Temperatures have been very, very mild, but of course this won't last for very long. So our next cold front that's bringing very chilly temperatures north of us, that's going to work its way into our forecast, and it looks like now that timing's about Sunday. So of course that adjustment will adjust our rain forecast. We're not looking at as much, maybe a few showers Saturday morning. If nothing else, we'll have another round of that dense fog, but Sunday looks to also bring some rainfall, and then the beginning of next week is another opportunity for some rainfall. Expectations should be realistic. We're talking maybe a few tenths of an inch. If somebody is lucky out there over the course of the next week, maybe a half inch. But for the dry season, we're just happy to have rain in the forecast.
Stephanie, thank you. In Washington, Democrats and Republicans continue to bump heads over affordable health care. A Republican-backed bill was rejected by the Senate earlier today with a vote of 51 to 48, with GOP Senator Rand Paul voting with Democrats against it. The plan would have expanded health savings accounts to help people pay for Affordable Care Act plans, but it did not extend the enhanced subsidies that Democrats are trying to keep. Without congressional action, millions of Americans will see their health care premiums skyrocket beginning January 1st. While Americans fear rising healthcare costs, higher prices for groceries, even Christmas gifts are already a reality. Scripps News Group's Katia Tubman shows us how little faith consumers have in the current economy.
More Americans say they're feeling squeezed financially.
Things are more expensive now.
It's hard. I feel like I go home with a single bag of groceries and I've spent $100 and I don't know how that happened.
Nearly 7 in 10 U.S. adults say the economy is in poor shape, according to a new poll out Thursday, similar to views from President Biden's last year in office. And just 31% approve of how President Trump is handling the economy, down from 40% in March.
We have the strongest economy. The economy is roaring. I think the economy is only going to go, better.
The president has continued to tout his work on the economy, and the White House has put a new focus on affordability.
People are really concerned about affordability, specifically things like housing, groceries, and energy costs.
Each of those categories is costing Americans more compared to a year ago, according to the latest federal data. But that data might not tell the full story, says economics professor Abby Hall.
It's a little difficult for us to say some things about the economy right now because we're lacking data.
The Bureau of Labor Statistics delayed and canceled some releases of key economic data due to the government shutdown.
That's just data that we can't get and as a result can't use to tell us things about how the economy is doing.
The Federal Reserve used data it did have available and opted to cut its interest rate again on Wednesday. Its chair cited concerns when it comes to both prices and the job market.
Everyone around the table at the FOMC agrees that inflation is too high and that we want it to come down, and agrees that the labor market has softened and that there's further risk.
Katia Tubman, Scripps News Group, New York.
Still to come tonight, it's been a year filled with many questions and few answers. Coming up, we'll tell you what topped the list of online searches in 2025.
You're watching Chris 6, part of the Scripps News Group.
What were most people really curious about in 2025? Just ask Alexa. She kept the receipts. Amazon just released its roundup of Alexa's most asked questions for 2025, and they covered a lot of topics. The list, how long do I poach an egg, and what's the diameter of the Earth were the biggest questions. There was also general stuff about celebrities, including height, weight, and money that were sought out worldwide. And probably one of the more ironic questions people asked this year was, what does AI stand for? The question you want to be asking now is, where can I watch the La Posada Parade? Well, you've come to the right place for answers. It's tomorrow night at 7, and you can watch it live right here on Chris 6. Dozens of decorated boats will light up the evening with the Christmas spirit, and we've got the duo who will bring that spirit home. Sunrise anchor Brian and Michelle Hoffman will host the event, so tune in tomorrow at 7. And the weather will be, drumroll please,
much better than it was last year.
There you go.
Say it with confidence. So Adam and I are also going to be having some fun out there. Adam will be indoors. I will be outdoors. But if you see me, come say hi. We are looking at a fantastic forecast, almost as nice as what we're seeing here, maybe a little warmer. So let's take you to that 7-day forecast and show you what's going on. We're looking at a high of 80 degrees tomorrow. So by the time the parade starts, we're probably looking at about 70 at that point. I think we will have a lot of fog tomorrow morning, so start your Friday off right, get things up and out the door earlier, but a great forecast over the next couple of days. I'm really looking forward to the rain, and I'm happy it's not going to ruin the parade, but the Saturday morning parade might have a few showers. So,
what was it last year, by the way?
Oh, last year was very chilly. I don't remember the exact temperature, but it was cold, it was windy, and I was bundled up, and I was very thankful for all of the layers I had packed on. It was chilly, so
there you go.
A much better forecast.
We hope this into fruition. Thank you, Stephanie.
Thank you.
That'll do it for Chris 6 News at 5. We'll see you back here at 6 with more news in your neighborhood. We hope to see you then.
Bye.